Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be creating a spooky fun Halloween mani using two colors from Acrylic Fetish. The first color here, it's a solid black dip powder and it is called Black Beauty. And it is a really pretty black dip powder. Now sometimes black dip powders have a grayish undertone to them. This one does not. This one here is called Peppermint Bark and you're probably like, why are you using something with peppermint in it? Well, look at this swatch. It's giving me all those gory Halloween vibes. And I had to use this because it reminded me of blood splatter. And then the two of them combined with the black and then the red and the white, I think are really good for Halloween, especially with these fun decals that we're using. They are super awesome. They are from Nails Truly. And then we are going to be doing the gel method today. And then that little finger rest is from Liquid Layers. And I'll link everything in the description box below. So for today's mani, it is going to be a little bit longer of a tutorial / demo than normal because of the decals, and we are going to be working with black dip powder. So I do my black powders a little bit differently. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do all the nails that we're going to be using the black dip powder on. I'm going to do those first from start to finish. The only thing that we're not going to do yet is the filing and buffing. We'll do that all at the end. So right now I'm going to go ahead and place the gel base on all the nails where we're going to be placing the black dip powder. And then we're going to go ahead and then dip in the black and then cure that. We're going to do 2 coats of the black, and you will see when you're watching this mani on how pigmented this black is, and it's super awesome. I can tell you right now that I really do like this black dip powder. Now, black dip powders can be definitely hit or miss. They can be patchy, they can be more of a gray undertone after everything's said and done, but this is definitely a true buttery black dip powder and I really enjoyed using it. Now when I do brush off with the first layer, I do have peel base on, so it will look a little bit patchy and I'll have a couple bare spots, but that's normal when you are applying dip powder directly over your peel base. So this little cuticle cleanup tool here is from Sundara Nails and I will link that below. It's awesome cuticle cleanup tool. So you can either use your orange stick, nothing wrong with that, but I've been really enjoying this precision tool. Now it looks really intimidating because of the super sharp end, but I've tried so many precision tools that look like this and they actually kind of hurt. They're super sharp, but this one does not hurt. It's not sharp at all and I'm really loving it right now. So I'm just going to go ahead, clean up the cuticle line, and we'll finish with the black dip powder. And then after that, we are going to go on with the foils. So that's another reason why I like to do the black first, because we are going to put a base coat and a top coat on before we go in with that foil powder, just to ensure that we are getting the best black color payoff for this dip and not cross-contaminating it with any of those beautiful foils. So you can see here it's a little bit patchy, but we're going to go ahead and fix that all up once we go ahead with our second coat. And the only reason why that happened is because of my peel base. All right, I will go ahead and let you watch this mani process and I'll pop back in a few moments. Alright, so we're done filing and buffing, and how awesome is that mani? I think this mani would look good so many different ways, either with the decals that we're adding right now. Aren't they cool? It's like Jason, Freddy Krueger's hand, the Scream mask on one of the knives. I think it's really awesome. So the mani would look good matte with decals and without decals with the glossy finish. There's so many ways you can use these dip powders to make it very Halloween-ish. So for the nails here, I'm only going to be using decals on the foil red nails. I thought I was going to be able to use those red blood splatter ones that you kind of see up in the corner there, but it did not pick up as well as I wanted on those black nails, so we're going to skip that altogether, and we're just going to be using the awesome little knives, and then we're going to be using that Freddy Krueger hand decal. So I like to place my decals over a gel base. So what I did before I went ahead and placed these decals on, I went ahead and after filing and buffing, and I put a layer of gel base coat on, cure that for 30 seconds, and then we are placing the decals now. So what that base coat does when you are applying the decals, it allows your nail to have a little bit of a tacky surface, and then it's easier to apply the decal, in my opinion, when I go in with that base coat layer. It just lets that decal kind of melt into the nail, and then you have a little bit of room to finagle that decal around without worrying about ripping it. So I really like that method. So if you have any problems with applying decals, definitely try, after filing and buffing, put a layer of gel base, cure that for 30 seconds, and then go directly in with your decals. So now that we place the decals on all the fingers, we are going to go ahead and finish up this mani with a final layer of gel base coat, and then we're going to finish it with a top coat. So a couple things I wanted to talk about. This is a little bit of a chatty video, so I do apologize. Is that I am going to have a 13 Days of Halloween series on my channel. And that series is going to start October 1st, and it's going to go to October 13th. So that whole like 2 week and a day time span on my channel is going to be only Halloween inspired manis only. So I think it's going to be super fun. Just a way to kind of get into that Halloween mode. I know we're doing a Halloween mani right now. Some Halloween manis will be popping up on my channel before the series, just because I want to make sure that everybody has enough time. If you did want to recreate some of these manis, that you could get the stuff to recreate it and be able to have this mani for Halloween. So the decals are from Nails Truly, and Nails Truly has tons of different Halloween decals. I mean, tons. It's like her favorite holiday, I want to say. I mean, it's not really a holiday, but it's like her favorite time of year. So she goes all out with the Halloween decals. So how awesome is this mani? I think it's so pretty. I mean, not pretty, but super awesome and spooky with the black and then that foil dip powder. I just think it's super awesome and super spooky, and these decals make this mani awesome. And I think Peppermint Bark was definitely the nail dip powder that helped tie this all together. So again, I'll go ahead and link everything in the description below, and stay tuned for that 13 Days of Halloween series. Definitely consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.